Another really great tool or app in the Google suite that can be used for family history research is the Google Translate function. So most of us have some ancestors that came from other countries, and certainly at some point they did. And in many cases, they spoke different languages. So you may come across old family documents or old records or whatever that are in the family's original language, and in many cases you don't speak that language, so you need to get it translated. And finding somebody who can do that, especially depending on the language, can be very difficult. But Google Translate is exceptionally good at translating a long list of languages, and it's almost instantaneous in terms of how it does it with documents and text. So we're going to show you that here today. I'll start with the first function here. So if you come up to the little dots in the upper right corner, the apps here, we'll just go to the Translate app. And that will take us here, and we can just find any text, and we choose the detect language, and there are a huge, huge list of languages here. We're going to do some Dutch, but I'm going to go find the text in Dutch, paste it in here, and then it's going to turn it into English. So we come back over to this old periodical, and if I copy and paste all of this, I'm going to take a lot here, so a few paragraphs anyway, and we're going to copy all of that. And then I'm going to come back over to the translate page. I'm going to paste it in, and watch how quickly this happens. There we go. We're done. And we've got multiple paragraphs here, a couple hundred words anyway, and everything is translated flawlessly. Really impressive work there. And as you highlight different sections here, you can go through and compare. But again, very, very accurate and extremely useful. So that's a great way to do your translate. If you go back to my video on Google Drive or Google Docs, you'll see how you can take an actual photograph of old text from a newspaper or a book or whatever else, and even use Google Translate to translate that and turn it into editable text. So again, and as you highlight the sections here on the right, it will show you which words in the original language correspond to that. So if you're wondering, okay, what's the word for this, then you can go back here for but. You can see is mar over here. And anyway, a really handy, useful way to look at the two together. The other thing you may find as you're going through online searches, you might find a website with some really good information, but it's in the other language, and they don't have an English version of the website. So Google Translate will help you with that too. If you come up here to the top, you can translate websites. So we'll go here, and let me show you a website here. We've got this museum that's in the northern part of the Netherlands, in Groningen, in the province where many of my ancestors came from. And everything is here in Dutch. Now, they do have an English version you could choose here, but we're not going to show you that one. We're just going to make one here on the fly. So all I have to do is come up here and highlight the URL. And I copy that. I come back to Google Translate. I type in the URL and hit enter. And lo and behold, we now have an English version of the page. Now what's cool is you can click back and forth here from Dutch to English right at the top. You've got the translation here, original, and then the translation as well. So if you want to toggle back and forth and look at the two versions of it, you can do that. But everything has been translated into English instantly. So really handy resource for you. Another really great tool that Google has put together that can be used in your family history research.